Today's practice is gentle Hatha with Yoga Nidra. Yoga Nidra is sometimes called yogic sleep, and the idea is not necessarily to fall asleep, although if you do fall asleep that's absolutely fine. It's really deep rest. So at this time of year, like we've been kind of talking about this idea of drawing within, so from the outside world, drawing within, and are we really resting in our minds if we're still thinking? Because the very act of, even though our body might be still, the very act of worrying about things and thinking and planning, especially with the way things are at the moment, is not very restful, it's not very relaxing. So what we're going to do today is go into the consciousness and see if we can wind down to a place of deep rest, because that's really the only way that the body can regenerate, is when we're relaxed, not just in our muscles, but also up here. So sit for a moment. Again, I've got cushions, blankets, a bolster. You can grab whatever you need to be comfortable. If you don't have a bolster, it doesn't matter. You can just roll up a couple of pillows in a towel or a blanket. And the main thing is to get yourself comfortable, to rest your hands on your lap. If you're not comfortable cross-legged, that's fine to take the legs out in front of you or lean back against the sofa or a wall. The idea just to have the back reasonably straight, so maybe roll your shoulders a couple of times, a little click and crack. And then just having the shoulders so they rest above the hips, the tummy is relaxed, arms are relaxed. I've got the thumb and the forefinger together and the palms resting down. Before we do any movement today, we'll just settle in. Notice the touch of the ground underneath you. Being aware of your senses, being aware of your sense of sound of my voice, maybe other sounds around you that you can see, maybe the sounds of your own thoughts. Bring your attention to your sense of touch, the touch of your clothes on your skin, maybe your sensation of temperature, warmth, coolness, and the touch of the floor, the cushion, the ground underneath you. Maybe that sense of being able to give your weight down and relax, softening the muscles of the eyes, the forehead, and relaxing the jaw, the chest and the shoulders. And bringing your awareness to the way that you're breathing. First of all, just noticing the breath. Observing where in your body you feel the breath moving. Noticing if you're breathing through your nose or your mouth. And then maybe noticing how shallow or how deep your breath is. And perhaps in the next few moments, just gradually deepening the breath. So slowly and gently, beginning to take a little bit more air in, feeling perhaps the sides of the ribs, the back of the body expand with each inhale. And as you exhale, feeling that sense perhaps of letting go a little bit. If you've got any last residual tension around your forehead, your face, your jaw, as you breathe out, relax. And the last thing we're going to do as we stay still today is just start to match the length of your inhale with your exhale. You can do this by counting or just by noticing that rhythm, a little bit like the tide, the natural ebb and flow of the breath. Bringing your awareness once again to the clothes, the space around your body. We'll begin to move into that space with some simple movements. So as you breathe in, take the arms up and out to the side. And then as you exhale, bringing the hands down through the center line. Interlace the fingers and then just lean forward slightly and inhale, lift up. Yeah, lovely. And then exhale through the mouth with a sound, like you're trying to mist up glass, like yeah, and again. So rise on the inhale, maybe stretching a little bit now, up, and then exhale, gentle pressure down the center line, the third eye, the heart, interlacing the fingers again, and then as your inhale takes you, lean forward and up. And then breathe out again with that sound. Yeah, good. So last time, same thing. Inhale, rise up. Breathe out, hands through the center line. Interlacing the fingers, leaning forward, lifting up. And then exhale. Yeah, good, lovely. So I've got my legs crossed, so I'm just going to switch over, just to change one to the other. You can do that if you like, just to mix it up. Slightly different sensation around the hips. And we're going to come to some gentle twists. So lift the arms up again, and then just soften your elbows, open the hands out like a flower. Yeah, good. And then just very gently turn the upper body from side to side. So go from one side to the other, nice and slow. And if you want to, because I always give choices so that you can tailor this practice to suit you, if you want to, you can lift a little bit and contain some energy in your lower belly. So just drawing up through the pelvic floor muscles, and that will then give you maybe a little bit more lift and opening in the upper body because you're supporting a little bit more around the tummy muscles. Yeah, good. And then come all the way around to one side and then relax your hands down. So one hand might come to the opposite leg. You might take the fingertips of the other hand back behind you and then just roll that shoulder back. Stay tall, crown of the head above the tailbone. Draw the shoulder blades together and then just drop the chin down. Take the eyes all the way around to the side. So you're doing the twist with your eyes as well. Soften the neck. Bring your awareness now inside the ribs. Can you feel the effect of the twist on your breathing? It might be quite subtle. And on the next inhale, we're going to come back up to the center, float the arms up, and then come round to the other side. So again, it can be really gentle. Fingertips down so you can bend that elbow, roll the shoulders back, lift the chest. Breathing out. So the chin drops down, the eyes move round. And once you're in your twist, soften your back muscles. You can feel again the effect of your breathing on the twist. So the lung tissue is moved now. Maybe you can feel that. It's quite subtle. Come back to the center, inhale, lift up. We'll do that same thing again. So interlace the hands as you take them down through the heart center. Lean forward and lift up. And then exhale. There we go, good. So bringing the feet now out in front of you. And we're just going to take the heels forward and then the toes, flexing the feet, maybe circling the ankles. And often winter is a time for the feet to get neglected, so see if you can give your toes a wiggle. Might get some clicks and cracks out. Yeah, good. And we're just going to come onto the hands and knees and move a little bit through the legs. So do bring cushion. I've got a big blanket on my mat. Do cushion your knees or your shin bones if you have any issues weight bearing on the knees. Yeah. So I've got 2 layers of quite thick blanket on my mat here. You're going to bring your hands a little bit further forward of your shoulders. Drop your head down. We're going to bring the knees together. And the tops of the feet are relaxed on the ground. I'm going to take my hands out wider than the shoulders now. And then just really gently move the hips from side to side. Nice and slow. So if you go slowly, you can feel the effect up through the sides of the body, maybe to the ribs and then maybe up to the shoulders. Going really gently. Perhaps close your eyes if you feel comfortable, relax your neck. And again, you might get some interesting clicks and cracks out of your body here, especially if you haven't moved side to side in a while, which we often don't. So coming back to the center, bring the knees under the hips now, and then take the hands under the shoulders and just come onto your fingertips. You're just going to shift the weight from side to side, bending your elbows and letting your neck relax. So as you straighten the arm, you come back to the center, and then you bend the elbow and you kind of let that shoulder yield down to the side, relax down. Straightening up and then going to the other side. So do that a couple of times, maybe again letting your neck come into any free flow movement that it wants to, just to release any tension. I know when I've been sat at a desk, there's a section of the upper back that really needs sometimes just to circle around to release. Yeah, a few little clicks and cracks. And then we're going to plant the palms flat and just take the weight back into the hips now. So you can draw the hips all the way back. Don't worry if the hips don't come back. You can reach the arms forward. If your head touches the ground, rest it down. If it doesn't, you can make a little pillow with your hands or bring an actual pillow to rest your forehead on. Relaxing here, feeling the breath move across the back of the body. And we're going to come slowly up onto the knees, that same circular movement we've been doing with the arms. So take the arms out, rise and lift. As you exhale, take the hands down. Maybe the other index finger comes in front this time. Lean forward, breathe in and lift up. And then breathing out with that sound. Yeah, perfect. So we're just going to take one leg forward, start on the right leg. And again, if you've got any issues with this left knee or shin, when I had my knee issues, I would put a cushion or blanket just under the shin bone so the knee didn't touch the ground. So you can do that if you've got any issues there. So the right foot is under the knee, hands to the lower back. Just move forward and backward a couple of times. And then find a place kind of where perhaps you feel a gentle stretch through the front of your left hip. And then you might lift your arms up. And then again, as we did with the twist, just soften the elbows out to the side. Yeah, good. So lean the hips forward and then draw the hips back a couple of times. And maybe start to take your chest forward and your elbows back. Excuse me. Bob Fleming here. So a couple of times again, just to have that sense of heart opening, chest lifting. Yeah, lovely. And this time of year we can spend a lot of time kind of curled in, maybe a bit miserable, a bit cold. And this can help us to feel a bit more moody, whereas lifting up and opening can really shift our mood into more of a kind of uplifted place, hopefully. So bring the hands down through the center, and we're going to bring another twist. So right hand comes back and left hand towards that right thigh. Draw up through the crown of the head and then twist gently round to the right. Again, the eyes move all the way round. You're going to come out of the twist on an inhale and then bring the hands down to the ground. Yeah, good, lovely. So coming back onto the hands and the knees, and keeping that right leg moving now. Lift it back behind you, extend through that right leg, circle the foot. And then if you're okay here, keep your eyes steady and take your left arm forward. Perfect. So you can move here, circling the wrist and the ankle. If you want to make it a little bit more dynamic, maybe reach forward with the left hand, bend the right knee, flex that right foot. And then maybe make a circle with the right knee, so challenging your glute strength. You will wobble. Good. Come back to the center. Come all the way down onto the tummy, so slowly lower down. Bring your arms forward and then rest down. You can take your hands into the back of the neck, give yourself a little massage here if you like. And then coming to do a little bit of core awareness. So bring the arms back alongside the body. Point your toes and press the tops of your feet down. And then engage through the thighs and lift the chest forwards and up. So we'll reach the arms back, keep the arms heavy, draw the chin in, and then use your feet pressing down to lift you up. So if you keep your arms heavy here, might feel a bit uncomfortable, might feel like your arms are really made of lead. But what I'm interested in is the muscles in the middle of your lower back starting to engage. Yeah? So either side of your spine, you want those muscles active to help support our posture, get us through the winter. So slowly lower back down, let everything soften. And then take your hands just off the edge of your mat. Press your feet and hands down. This time we're going to lift the shoulder blades and lift the chest. Keep the feet and the hands pressing down. Squeeze your buttocks and lift your chest up. So holding it here, you don't have to lift very high. This time as you press your baby fingers down, the tricep muscles lift your shoulder blades together. And again, the breath lifts you up and out, up and forwards. Maybe ever so slowly turn your chin from side to side, take it easy. And then come slowly back down. This time bring your arms forward, come onto your elbows, Sphinx pose. And if you like, you can take your elbows a little bit further forward of your shoulders, just so there's no pinching in your back. I'm going to bring my palms together in that center line and then lift the feet and let the feet go from side to side. Yeah, good. So this movement, again, if you relax between your shoulder blades, maybe if you slow it right down, you'll feel your feet move one way. And that moves your pelvis by moving the thigh bones. And then the upper body kind of moves the other way. So this is really super slow, like ripple effect up your spine. And these kind of movements, I think, are so good for us. Because we relax the muscles, we start to move the joints of the spine with very little kind of yang, active energy, and just perhaps a little bit more with gravity and a bit of sensation. It's so healing for your back to move in this way, where you're moving each joint of the spine, not very much, but just enough to kind of simulate the flow, the fluid system of the body, the energy up and down the spine. And that's your communication from brain to body and body to brain, and those pathways are clear, the communication is clear, and then we know when we need rest, we know when we're anxious, we know when we need to take time, or maybe we know when we need to go for a run or eat certain foods. So coming back slowly, we're going to come through Cobra now, hands by the ribs, hug the elbows in like you're one piece, one long cobra's tail, rest your forehead, And then engage the pelvic floor, press the toes down, roll your shoulders, gently lift up. You can hold it here, you can roll up and down a couple of times. You can go from side to side if that feels good. And you're going to make your way slowly up and back. So either through child's pose, if you feel like you want to lift into downward dog, if that's there, go for it. Just rest when you get there. Give yourself a breath. And then coming onto your knees, lifting the arms up again, the same movement. Inhale, rise up. Exhale, hands come down, maybe round the spine now. And then inhale, forwards and up. And this time perhaps make a noise like a ha sound. Yeah, good. We must make noise, especially if we're on our own all day. So now the left foot comes forward. It's about the most active thing we're doing in this practice. So just hold the pelvis nice and level. Again, if your knees are a little sensitive or the ankles, add some padding there so you can comfortably let the hips go forward and backward a couple of times. Yeah, good. So left and right activation, again, helps to stimulate pathways, brain to body, body to brain, helping with coordination. Not just coordination in the body, but coordinating our thoughts. Sometimes they can be a jumble. So coming to lift the arms up now as you breathe in, and then softly opening the elbows. So without force here, we just take the chest a little bit forward and the shoulders back. Yeah, wonderful. And I know many of you have heard me say this hundreds of times over the last few years, but this is the pose of a winner. And we often don't feel like we're winning. I certainly haven't felt like I'm winning in the last year. I've felt like maybe things haven't been exactly as I wanted them to be. But when we take this position, we kind of signal from the body back to the brain that we are unafraid, that we can take up space in the world, that we deserve to be here, and that we are brave and strong and open. So it's when you don't feel like that, kind of make the shape with your body. Take the hands down through the center. So now the tailbone, again, crown of the head in one nice long line, twisting, right hand around, left hand back. You can stay here, you can gently draw the shoulder blades together, you can take the eyes back. And bring the awareness back into your rib cage. We're going to unravel slowly. Yeah, well done. Bringing the hands down, take it easy. Take that left leg back. My hands are under the shoulders, bringing that left leg back, stretch it back behind you, maybe circle that ankle. And if you want an extra balance, take the right arm forward. So with balancing, we wobble and then we find that balance again. It's kind of the point of balancing, to wobble. And again, if you want to, you can circle the wrist and the ankle. You can bend the left knee and take the left foot up. Yeah, good, lovely. Maybe circling that left knee around. Just take it easy, some strength in the thighs. And then coming slowly back, well done. So come all the way back down onto your belly. We'll come into cobra one more time. Hug the elbows in, press the feet down. Inhale, gently roll up to cobra. And then rolling back. So we're going to start to get comfortable for our Yoga Nidra. And the bolster, or the sausage shape that you've made with cushions and blankets, I quite like to have that at the back of the knees. So again, the point of the next 15-20 minutes of our practice is that you can stay still. So you want to be as comfortable as you can. So if that means a pillow for your head, a blanket for your body, and then the bolster or the cushions, if you have them at the back of your knees, so you might cover up your feet, you might get a little scarf for your head, or a heavy blanket is sometimes quite good to weigh you down. And then when you lie down, the back of the knees, just ever so slightly tilt the pelvis to allow your lower back to be comfortable. If you could train your cat at this point to come and just sit on your tummy. I don't think they're quite there yet. But bring your arms wherever's comfortable. So I'm going to be sitting up and guiding the practice. Take the next few minutes just to make sure that you're really comfortable. So anything you can do to be really cozy and warm. And if you have a light scarf or a blanket to cover your eyes, just to take the light out. And once you're really settled in, you can identify Sankalpa today. So this is a statement of inner truth in the present tense. So it might be I am or I have. And you might use something that you know works quite well. I sometimes use I am here, just to keep my attention in the present moment. You might use I am light, I am power, I am patient. Whatever resonates with you, the main thing is that it has truth in the statement. So it's already happening. Even if it's something that you know you're trying to get more of or improve on, like being a bit stronger or more patient or kind or whatever, kind to yourself. Once you have your statement, and again, if you can't think of anything, I am here, I receive this practice, this is fine. So you hear your own voice 3 times. Repeat the phrase clearly in your head. And if your mind is still coming in with different thoughts, repeat it another 3 times. Clearly, hear your own voice clearly in your head. Repeat the phrase. And then bring your attention back to your body resting on the ground. You're aware of the ground underneath your body supporting you. You're aware of your whole body now relaxing to the ground. The only movement is the rise and fall of your breathing. This easy, natural flow of movement in the rise and fall of your breath. As we bring our attention around the body, you'll relax each part of the body, allowing yourself to go deeper into relaxation. Bring your awareness to your left hand, your left thumb, left index finger, middle finger, 4th finger, the little finger of the left hand. All of the fingers and thumb on the left hand, the left palm of the hand, the back of the hand, the left wrist, forearm, elbow, upper arm, left shoulder blade, top of the shoulder, left collarbone, left side of the chest, left armpit, rib cage, left side of the waist, left hip, buttock, thigh, kneecap, back of the knee, calf, shin, left ankle, foot, heel, sole of the foot, arch of the foot, ball of the foot and the left big toe, 2nd toe, 3rd toe, 4th toe and the little toe. All of the toes on the left foot, leg, side of the body, arm, hand, fingers, thumb, Whole left side of your body now relaxing. And the whole left side of your body, feel release and let go. The awareness from your left foot to your right foot. All of the toes on the right foot. The big toe, second toe, third toe, fourth toe, and the little toe. The ball of the right foot, the arch, sole of the foot, heel, ankle, shin, calf, back of the knee, kneecap, right thigh, buttock, hip, right side of the waist, rib cage, armpit, chest, collarbone, top of the shoulder, right shoulder blade, upper arm, elbow, forearm, wrist, right hand, back of the hand, palm of the hand, right thumb, index finger, middle finger, fourth finger, and the little finger of your right hand. All of the fingers and thumb on the right hand, the right arm, side of the body, leg, foot, toes, whole right side of the body now relaxing. Whole of the right side of your body, you feel release and let go. You're aware of the whole of the back of your body resting on the ground. The heels, back of your legs, calves, back of the knees, back of the thighs, buttocks, lower back, middle back, the upper back and shoulder blades, the back of your arms and hands, back of the neck, the back of the head, resting down. Feel the whole of the back of your body, the back of your head, all the way down your body to your legs, your heels and your feet. Now relaxing. You feel the whole of the back of your body release and let go. You're aware of the rising and the falling of your breath. You're aware of the whole of the front of your body, your toes and the tops of your feet, the front of your shins, your kneecaps, thighs, the tummy, up to the center of the chest, the collarbones, the front of your throat, your face, your chin, your mouth, your nose, forehead, crown of your head, whole of the front of the body now relaxing. As you allow the whole of the front of your body to release down and let go. Whole body relaxing, whole face relaxing. Left side of your jaw, your left cheek, temple, left ear, left eyelid, eyebrow, eye, whole left side of your forehead, whole left side of your face now relaxing. The right side of the face, right side of the jaw, the right cheek, temple, ear, right eyelid, eyebrow, eye, whole right side of the forehead, whole right side of your face now relaxing. So you allow the left side of your face and the right side of your face to now relax. The whole face, whole body now relaxing. Whole body release and let go. There's a sense of heaviness in the body, sense of heaviness and the back of the body. And you give in to this sense of heaviness in your legs and feet. And the whole of your pelvis, your back, torso, shoulders and arms feel heavy. A sense of heaviness in the back of the head, as your whole body feels heavy. You allow that sense of heaviness to draw you down to the ground as you relax. Whole body feels heavy. You're aware of the rise and fall of your breath. Bringing your awareness to the center of your forehead, space between your eyebrows. You're aware of a sense of lightness here that moves across your scalp. Your whole face starts to feel light. A lifted feeling on the front of the body, the chest, the throat, and the shoulders start to feel light. That sense of lightness traveling down the shoulders, elbows, the wrists to your hands. So your arms and hands start to feel light, like they could float off the ground. That floating feeling of lightness through the whole torso, across your pelvis, your lower back, feeling light. And your legs feel light, the leg bones, the knees, all the way down to your ankles. The soles of your feet and your toes feel light, as if they could float. You're aware of your whole body now has that feeling of lifted lightness. Your whole body feels light. The whole body feeling light. Mind's eye, as you're aware of your whole body relaxing on the ground, some images, pictures and colours take shape in your mind. Yellow sunshine, blue sky, white clouds, red earth, a waterfall, a silvery moon, a wooden chair, waves on a beach, snowy mountains, sound of church bells, green fields, waterfall, a rainbow, grey sky, yellow sunshine, children playing, blue square, green fields, red earth, a midnight sky, a silvery moon shining bright. You are aware we're in the practice of Yoga Nidra. You are aware of your whole body on the ground. You're aware of the rise and fall of your breath. And you're aware of your sense of touch, the feeling of your clothes on your skin, your awareness and sensation of temperature. You're aware of your sense of sound, sound of my voice, maybe other sounds around you, perhaps the sound of your own voice in your head. And you're aware, even if your eyes are closed, of perhaps some shapes and colours in your vision centre. We're going to begin slowly to move your fingers and your toes. You can move as slow as you like into the space around you, taking your time. Perhaps having a stretch, perhaps rolling onto one side. Maybe hugging your knees in, snuggling onto your side, perhaps keeping your eyes closed for a few more moments. As you're ready, slowly making your way to sit. We'll close the practice just as we began by sitting for a few moments. Any position that's comfortable for you. You can keep one hand on your lap and bring the other hand to your heart. And remembering your inner truth, your Sankalpa, and hearing your own voice, again, repeat the phrase clearly in your head 3 times. So bringing the other hand on top, the thumbs together, hands just resting on your heart for a few moments. We close our practice with a sense of gratitude for these teachings, for the goddess of technology that allows us to practice together even when we're apart. I'll bring my hands together now, the heart center, Anjali Mudra, to acknowledge with thanks the practice of yoga, such a blessing. Acknowledging at the third eye an open mind to receive these teachings. And then at the heart, always generous and open to share. And then lastly, just taking the hands to the ground as we give thanks to Mother Nature for another day. I'm so grateful to share the practice with you. Thank you so much. Namaste.